Okay, I'm live. Woo! Let me go over to YouTube. You know, I like to see things how they look on YouTube so that if there's problems, I know about them. Just lets me see things the way you guys see things. So let me scooch on down here. Come along. All right. Here we go. Turn off the volume. Put myself on live chat. Hey Carla, how you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Got my collage roll going on. And my little pot of papers. So, let's see. Let me set the collage roll aside and we'll take a quick spin through the papers. Let me put that out of the way. So, we got a kind of jacked piece of yellow lined paper. I did put in some of the collage pieces, some of my least favorite from last Friday's jelly printing session. I figure that's another way to boost up and make our collage roll interesting. I put in this whole Hale Groves magazine catalog thing that the lovely Miss Janie sent to me. I just want to take the staples out of it so it's easier to use. Although it should be fine just to rip off pages probably. So, and then I put in a couple of book pages. Although not that one. That one I want for that's for my personal use. I'm sorry. I don't know how that got in there. A page from the little baby mummy book. Another one. A piece of this paper it's the edges coming away. Just one of those I found left over. That's from the serial killer book that we took apart for the goodie packs. A lightweight piece of scrapbook paper, another piece of lined paper that's got a tear in it. I got a Jack in the Box bag, a Geico ad, and then we just got, I think the rest of the stuff was just hanging around. I did put the jelly plate thing in here off the small jelly plate. So we'll work with, and then we've got the stuff that we already had before. So I have no, oh, look, there's one that's in there. I don't know if that's supposed to be in there. I have mixed feelings about that. Let's put that over there. Hey, Susan and Betty, if you're there. Hello, Betty. Quite another of the antics of Noodles. She got wet. Noodles is a character. I never had a Jack in the Box breakfast, I don't think. They have a bacon double cheeseburger thing. I think that's what it's called. Bacon cheddar jack or something like that. I don't. It's not. It's my favorite burger. Outside of a double Whopper with cheese. Hey, Christine. They have a few things I like. Elle's, that's where the mini tacos are. That's why Elle's goes there. But that burger that they have, I love that thing. So we're going to roll out some of our collage roll. You know what? I think I'm going to take the cut. No, because I might need the cutting board, right? To cut down smaller paper. No, I don't know. We'll bring it back up if we need to. Well, that fell right down on me, didn't it? Okay, so we'll get rid of that. We'll just keep the jelly plate thing. Because if that gets gluey, I can take it out and wash it. All right, so it's all collagey, what I do with the thingamabobby. I just want to put so it doesn't continue to unroll. Like put the little thingy back on it. The little clippy I've been using. And we might start with it this way. Just because it's been in the roll shape for a little while. So it's feeling feisty about life. All right. So we need our glue bottle. And we should probably find a glue stick, right? A glue stick. Do I know where one is? I always think I know where one is. There's a glue stick. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? My parents love the tacos. The sourdough burger is a favorite of mine as well. But right now I'm on that bacon ultimate cheeseburger, maybe. I don't know. It's the only one I think they have that's not the sourdough type, but the sourdough is a classic for me. I'm a big fan of, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, crunchy tacos. So their crunchy tacos are fine, and I do like Taco Bell's crunchy tacos. They had a steak dinner with garlic bread and potato wedges. Oh, I don't remember that, but you know what? Until maybe about 10 years ago, I really never ate it. Taco Bell, because my ex was a fan of Taco Bell. We never really ate a Jack in the Box. I do love a sourdough Jack though. That's good stuff. Okay, so let's choose a paper to begin with. Let's just start with this Geico ad, and you know we gotta tear edges off. We're not having any of that straight edges bullshit on the sides, you know. I like rough edges. You were 6-ish. My mom was a super huge fan of Wendy's and McDonald's. She liked Wendy's, the Frosties, and then she liked McDonald's French fries. And then sometimes we would go to Burger King and get burgers. That was like a perfect meal in our house. I don't remember ever going as a child with my parents for either Jack in the Box or Taco Bell. Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's were the three we usually. Hi, Leslie. So that's just my family. Not saying it was good or bad, either way. That's just what it was. I didn't go to either Taco Bell or Jack in the Box, I don't think, until I moved away from home. Okay, so we're gonna need a little fill down there at the bottom. I need to get that up towards the edge, though. So we got the Gecko. Something like that, right? Let's see. What else do we have going on? Let's put some of this on there, maybe. Like that, maybe. We can leave the bottom because we're going to have the bottom be the. So we can do like that. I think we didn't have Taco Bell till the 80s. Yep. Because it was healthy. You know what? I've only ever eaten at Dairy Queen once or twice, and I did like it. But again, my ex was not a fan. And I guess I'm that kind of person. I just do what I have to go along to get along. Not the best type of person in the world. I do like the Dairy Queen Blizzards. So there's that. I need a paper towel. There we go. Why do we always talk about food? 90% of what we talk about on this channel is food. That's what I'm talking about. I need to turn this around and check over here and make sure all the edges are down and we don't have too much extra glue on this side. There we go. Let's get the glue stick and glue this bit down. Okay. I had a big old plate of mashed potatoes and yams for a meal today. I went out there and Els had cut up all the remaining ham, and her and Mike finished that off. And so, but I opened up the fridge and went, haha, you left the mashed potatoes. And I ate them. Not all of them. There were way too many for. DQ was started in Minnesota? Really? Del Taco. That's because, yeah, you guys did have Del Taco first, didn't you? Oh, schmancy. I didn't know all that. Okay, I just put that stuff on backwards, maybe. That's okay. That one's on upside down, but we're going to pretend that we meant to do that and just continue on with what we're doing. Let's dig in here and get a piece of paper. Whatever comes out, we'll use part of that. Well, there we go. Okay, so we'll stick with that on the bottom. Looks like we can go to right about there. So we're going to tear off an edge. Tear off the other edge. And some of the top. That is a very pink page. That's all I'm saying. A regular Dairy Queen closes in October. I think ours is open year round, but they mostly serve ice cream. I actually think ours might only serve ice cream. I can't honestly think if I've ever seen a regular menu in there for food. But the only times we've ever been there has been specifically to get ice cream, so maybe I just wasn't paying attention. That is always a possibility. I have zero situational awareness some of the time. So that is a possibility for sure. Okay. So what else do we want to put on here? Yes. Should we continue on with it? Let's just put a little piece up there, right? Is that long enough? Yep, that'll get us some overhang. We will tear the edges off. This is like one of those, what is it? Like one of those, the inside the flap book pages. Oh, that sounds yummy. I don't know what I'm going to eat after this live, but I'm going to be eating something. Okay, so we want this. Where does this go to? So right about there. And then we'll want to put it right there. Okay. You had cereal. The only cereal in the house is Cocoa Pebbles, and that's Mike's. Nobody else is allowed to eat it. They used to keep other cereal for the grandkids, but they don't really eat it anymore. They would come over and just eat his anyway. So now cereal's not a thing in the house. It makes me go to sleep, actually. Cereal usually puts me right into a cereal coma. And that is the truth. All right, let's pull out something else. You Cocoa Pebbles. That is Mike's favorite cereal on the whole planet. He likes that one a lot. And we're going to take some of our Jack in the Box bag. And what are we going to do? We're going to have to trim the top of that. So let's bring up that paper cutter briefly. I don't know how well this is going to cut, but we'll try and get a straight-ish edge on it. Well, that worked fine. Just fine. You got any best marshmallows left over for Christmas? So that's going to have to go at the top for sure. So we'll add that over here, and then we'll put some stuff in the middle. So we just need to do down the side here. I like Fruit Pebbles, but the one in the giant bag because they add Lucky Charms marshmallows. He doesn't. It's not actually a Cocoa Pebbles. It's the knockoff brand, you know, because Mike is also cheap. He does not treat himself very often to something that's, you know, he buys. You cannot accuse him of only being frugal with other people. He drinks the tea that I use to make my tea bath, which is like the cheapest tea on the planet. I will occasionally use other tea if I want some kind of specialty effects, you know. But he drinks that. And it is the cheap ass Walmart brand tea. 100 bags for like $1.98. I would never drink that tea. But he swears by it. He puts honey and lemon in it because he has to talk all day long. I think that's good. Let's put something over there now. So let's fold that bag back down. We'll use some more of it later. Let's try one of these jelly prints. Let's use this orangey one. So we want it to go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off the white part because I want it to just show the color. And then we'll tear the other parts. I put in a couple of my not so favorites out of the last batch. Hey Amber, how you doing? Let me go over here real quick. I just need to look at something real quick, guys. Let's see. So that's going to be the one that goes overlap. So let's tear those edges off. This angle's not good for the trash can. Oh, no. No, it's a little sticky, but it's not super, super sticky. And I think I actually would prefer that to be orange instead of white on that side. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Burp. Straight edge on the bottom, silly. So we'll have to fill a gap there, but that's okay. I likes it. He's orange. Orangey. I think I made my computer freeze up. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I made my computer angry again. So let's put some here. And then how far up are we going? We'll just kind of cover this area. I think that's what it's covering. Okay. I don't think we actually need that glue right there. Let's put it on the edge here. Okay. Let's try and get that sort of straightish. And then we'll have to wipe up the extra glue. That's why we keep the paper towel handy. These things happen. Come on. What are you doing over here? Besides being slow. So slow. Let's have a look at this. Come along. I hope everybody. I really enjoyed Rosemary's stream. I'm sad. I watched. I think Brooke with the Creepy Baby Book did one of those slidey things too. So I think I've seen it done once before. But I may need to do that at some point. Some kind of creepy collage because it seems like a fun idea, right? Okay, now why is that already there? But ugh, that's annoying. Okay, over that. I don't know if I have more of that. Fudge monkeys. Oh no, you missed the whole thing? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's nice to get the extra money, but employee theft is one of the biggest problems, especially in retail. And I don't know what kind of job you work, but I glued it upside down again. Oh, well, we're going with the I meant to do it kind of theory. It's okay. He's okay. So what do we want to do next? We got the orangey. Maybe some of this lined paper. I used to always work holidays and late night. Not by choice, however. I feel like whatever boss I had would go like, you're single, so you don't need to have the holiday off. And I'm like, that doesn't mean I want to work every holiday. Eventually, I just gave up and I worked every holiday. And then I got married and I had kids and stuff, and they were still like, we need you to work the holiday. I'm not sure why. I work at a convenience store and gas station. Oh, yeah. See, that's a big... But there are cameras everywhere, right? Hey, Tina, how are you? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Yep. That's the kind of employee theft I'm talking about. It's one of the big killers in retail. But offices kind of have their own issues, too. Office supplies and all that. Yeah. I think I might have done that up too high. That's okay. Have paper towel, can fix. Oops. We want that to be as straight as we can get it. Okay. Got carried away right there. It's okay. Glue will be back there very soon. All right. Seven years. Wow. See, a lot of places don't let you work the full 8. They try to, but it's not bad work if you can get it. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's awesome. If I had stayed in Scottsdale, that's the job I would have had. I was in the process of interviewing before I moved here. So if I had gotten the job, and I think I would have. I'll come back in and stencil some of this, I think. I tore that a little too. Okay, we'll have to. We'll put in a strip. We'll just put in a strip. Just something little right there. But we don't want this side to be straight. No straight sides. And I've worked at a Big Lots. Where else have I worked? I worked at a Big Buy. I worked at Target. I worked at a Talbot's. And then before that, I worked in hotels. I worked in hotels for probably I want to say 15 or 16 years. So that part is naked, so we don't need to put glue there. We can go up a little bit more. Up this way, just a little bit. There we go. I am not a super big fan of retail jobs, I gotta be honest. I don't think I'd mind a convenience store as much. A big retail chain there's so many rules, you know. Read all the tabloids. We used to have Hallmark cards, but maybe there was a lot of theft of it. Sometimes that's the reason they'll take things out. Let's see. We need something to put in that little spot. Okay, this is already ripped here, so let's just take out a little. We literally need just a tiny spot. So let's fit that right in there. Why don't we? We're even just going to use a glue stick. Hello, glue stick. Let's glue. I won't say Target wasn't fun because that's kind of their thing, fast, fun, and friendly. So they hire people that are, you know, willing to wear coconut bras and are good at joking around and keeping things light. But big companies like that are really not much fun to work for, where there are so many employees, because they want you to. I'm just rolling some of this up. It's getting a little long. Okay. I don't think I've ever had a job that I truly hated. Yeah, see, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but that's the jobs you wind up doing. Hey, Adria, how you doing? Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's pick let's get this guy on there. He looks like fun, right? So we're going to keep the top, but we don't need the bottom or the other side over here. But I don't want to tear a big chunk of it off because he has a little itty bitty teeny tiny body. Welcome, Miss Adria. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Oh, we're gonna put it up here. Hello, keep yourself together, Amy. Okay, so let's get a little bit of glue down the side here. And then let's see, how far down do we need to go? To right about here. Okay. All right. Here we go. We need to nudge him up just a wee little bit. Okay. He's fun. What else do we want to put in there? These are those picture books, and they're like made out of, the people are made out of like strips of paper and stuff. It's kind of fun. They're all a little different. Let's see, what else do we have in here? How about some of that car magazine? We haven't used any of that for a little while. Oops. Okay. That's true. And then we want to, so this is going to be the bottom. So, tear off that side. And then how much do we need? Not very much. Let's go. Oops, that was... We're going to have to do some filler there. I had a moment with the paper, but we're going to roll with it. That just gives us a little peekaboo right here. Okay. I am staying in. And I don't think we did anything last year. Els and Mike are not. Mike's got to work because they're paying him like $1 million to work that shift. But it's super boring because nobody calls. So he works, but I don't think they're really New Year's Eve people. I don't. Els is usually up because she goes to bed late. But I tore that and it still looks kind of like a straight edge. We'll keep that in case we want to use it somewhere else. So let's do that again with the... What's this? Oh, this is the map that doesn't tear. So let's... Oh, no, I got to tear. Hallelujah. So let's just tear off a little strip right here. On all that maybe. I just not like to tear, though. Good grief. Let me see if I can get it started with a pair of scissors. I don't even have a pair of scissors out. Where are my scissors? Oh, dear. If you were scissors, where would you be living? I just had 2 pairs in my hands, like, before the live. And I thought, I won't need scissors. Oh, my God, I can hear you. Did I put them underneath this stuff over here? Hold the phone. I got to look under some stuff. There they are. Found my scissors. Okay. Once I got it started, a little cut in the paper, we got it. I'm just going to do like that. Except now we've got oh, okay. I don't like that. Let's make a micro cut right there and remove that corner. It was icky. I didn't like it. We're just going to pop that right there. So we will use the glue stick. I have just so much patience. I'm live. I can hear you. Anybody else doing something? It doesn't have to be like going out. Maybe you have, like when I lived with Liam, we had every year, I typed it in Rosemary's thing, we would get a cake. So, let's see. What did we have? We had, one year we had banana cream pie. It was year of banana cream. The last one was red velvet cake. It was the year of red velvet cake. I think we did pound cake, strawberry shortcake. And Liam or the kids, when Stephen lived with us, they picked out the cake. Yeah, because that's going to stress out the dogs for sure. I get that. Fireworks are a no happy thing for the doggies. Which may be part of why Els and Mike are not really happy New Year's people. They've always had dogs. Uh-oh. You know what? There's a loose edge here. So let's go ahead and get that. Let's get that nailed down. I didn't realize that we had a loose edge right there. No loose edges. So we're just making a giant collage roll. I got the idea from Bonnie over at Bonnie and Clive. She used junk mail on hers. And I rarely see the junk mail, so I'm just using scraps from magazines and books and my own dyed papers to okay, I think the rest of it's okay. And various other things, scraps and bits and bobs. Occasionally I do get my hands on some junk mail. Okay, here's a piece of collage paper. That's got to go in the middle though, because it's not. Or we could put a straight edge on it. Let's just add a straight edge. We can make that happen, more or less. Okay, let's cut that off right there, and then we'll keep that piece for filling in a gap somewhere. Oh, that's good. I have not had black-eyed peas for New Year's Eve since I've been here. We used to do it fairly often, but we did the cake thing, and the kids liked it. And sometimes we would do mocktails for them, so they could feel fancy, some sparkling cider or something. But I usually let them dictate, and then we would watch movies and play games and stuff. But now they live far away, and they hate me. They're at that age. And stuff on it. Do a little stenciling with some inks and stuff. Here I've got one of these. So let's tear the edge off here. This has got some damage right here. So it wound up in this bucket. Cornbread. We haven't had cornbread in a while. I do love some cornbread. Carla has great ideas. Cornbread is awesome. I love it smooshed up a little bit in the bottom of a bowl of chili, or with some butter and honey on it. Yum-alicious. Let's just push that there like that. Ooh, pork and sauerkraut, nice. I'm not a fan of sauerkraut, but I know people who are, and they would be drooling all over your food. Okay. So now we need to put down something in the middle here. What do we got? We got this thing. Right in the middle. We'll tear the edges off. And just put that just like that. So just put a little strip of glue. I think I got it. Got a little too much down this way. That is okay. I think we might need a little bit more glue down here. There we go. Hey, Janice. Ooh, that does sound good. I love cabbage, but I'm not a fan of sauerkraut. My favorite cabbage is quartering it, putting some olive oil and some salt and pepper on it, and slapping that sucker on the grill. I love cabbage. Els makes a ham, potatoes, and cabbage that's a boiled kind of thing. We have that every so often. It's a staple on the menu, but not like every week or anything. Every few months we have it. Okay. Let's get our skeleton guy on here. I think I like that. So we're going to leave the bottom. So we have the bottom will be the bottom of the page. But we need raggedy edges. Love the raggedy edges. You cooked a pizza all by yourself. Well, hot damn, it's a miracle. Did you ask anybody else if they wanted pizza? We get the cheapy pizzas from the grocery store. Because even bad pizza is good pizza. Mike puts extra cheese on his. I'll do it every now and then. Normally I just eat them as is. Okay, we got to get that. He's fun. I think he must be off work now. Nope, it's only 9 o'clock. Not off till 10:30. Very nice. You're getting all grown up and shit. Okay. So now we need a little something at the top, and I think we'll do it from this side so that it doesn't cover up the skeleton guy. Where's that card page? Maybe we should use the rest of that card page now. Okay, now I have to try and remember not to, that it's oh, I keep putting things on upside down. Oh boy. He's on upside down. I think we could, nah, let's just leave him. It is what it is. When we cut it up, we can always, try and do something. So what's the right way? This is the right way. So tear off the edges first of all. And we need the top. But I don't think we need all. We just need a little bit. Like that, I think. Except it needs to go. Ugh, I did it again. Like that? No. Nope, I got it upside down. Now I've done it. Okay. Different page. No, is that right? No, the words need to go. It would need to be like that. So that it's... Oh boy. I'm having a moment. Okay, so we'll get a different car magazine page. There are other ones in here, I think. Seem to be a lot of book pages right now. Okay, how about one of these citrusy grove page thingies. Now they have some orangey color in here. Let's do this one. Irresistibly juicy. Okay, and it needs to go this way. So it needs to be like this. No. It's to go like that. I'm so confused. So if we're going to use this part, nope. So we're going to go from the bottom. We only need to go like that's got good overlap on it. We don't need the sides. Okay. Okay, so where the glue needs to go. And then over here, but all the way down to here. There we go. There we go. And paper towel so we can smoosh it out and wipe away any extra glue. Okay. I'm not sure which way this goes now. Well, we're just going to go with it. However it goes is however it goes. But we do need a little bit more glue right there. You like Stouffer's French bread pizzas? Yeah. I'm with you on the no teeth thing. Mine are not happy right now. I have sinus pressure, so I still have a toothache. I did use some Puff Johnson. I like the crust. I like to dip it in marinara sauce. Just that mean moist. I made a flatbread pizza that was pretty good. The flatbread recipe was decent. And I made it without red sauce. We just did kind of I can't think of the name of the pizza that doesn't have red sauce on it. Have not tried I have mixed feelings about cauliflower. Alice mixes it in with her potatoes to stretch the potatoes out. It's the kind of thing you do when you got a big family or you really like cauliflower or both. I'm so confused about what's the right way on this. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just say this is the right way to go for now and go with it. Now, what else are we going to use? Let's do some of this. Some olive green paper. And we'll take the dot matrixy part and we will put that into scraps of joy. Okay, so let's see. We want to have a straight edge at the bottom. Yeah. But I think we're gonna fill in the middle. So let's take the edge off. Both sides. And then we'll fill something in the middle. It'll be fun. Okay. No, because the roll goes this way. I don't know anymore. We're just going to go with it. And this way will be, this way will be the top now. And we're just going to do that. I don't know what happened. I turned one thing upside down and it's been fucking with me ever since. We'll just try to put plain papers for this moment. Where's some of that? Where is the rest of that? Okay, we don't need a straight edge here, so we'll put this painty paper on there. And then let's see about how much do we need. Scraps for later. So just about that much. I think that looks good. Okay. Let's just glue around the edges and see what happens. Chicken like a frozen. You're not a fan. I like cauliflower. Okay. I don't really know what the nutritional value of it is because it's a white vegetable. I don't know. I like it cooked frozen veg or raw with ranch. Well, because it's never going to taste like what you expect. I liked the flatbread one I did. I made it with whole wheat, but I haven't done it since I've been here. I don't really cook here. I just heat things up. I make things like macaroni and cheese and out of the box. I'm not proud to say it, but I do. Where did my glue stick go? If I were a glue stick, where would I be? There it is. We're still trying to make this stick down. Okay. Can have flappy edges. No flappy edges. There we go. All right. So we'll continue from there. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, here's a tea-dyed piece. Let's do some of that. Let's use that for a good chunk of the top here. Like that? Yeah, I think I like that. And then we'll use some of that magazine. Is that about as far as we needed it? A little bit longer. Like I said, on some of the plainer stuff, we will go back and spray some inks on them and do a little stenciling and stuff. High in vitamin C, fiber, good source of B6 and calcium. How do you get calcium in cauliflower? That's the one I've never understood. Or protein in peas. It's weird to me. But peas are very high in protein, and I like them. Good source of it. Are you telling me the truth? I'm going to tell a little tale on Els over there. Not a big fan of green vegetables. Most of the vegetables we eat are corn, cauliflower, and canned green beans. Those are her favorites. Okay. I want to use these bats, but I need this witch and her cauldron. So we're going to see what we come up with. Because I need her. So we're losing some of the bats. But we still get some of the bats. Okay. I'm going to have to cut a straight edge on that. I do need a straight edge. There we go. Straight edge. All fixed. I love beets, but you got to wash them real good. How often do we eat any of that? Yeah, that's an extremely short list of all the available vegetables in the world. I do like cucumbers. You like green bell peppers, and I don't like those at all. Those are my least favorite vegetable ever. But that's what's great about people. Everybody's different. If we all like the same thing, that would be effing boring. I've heard that from other people. And I had a friend who, she really couldn't do cucumbers at all. She liked them, but they didn't like her. Oh, we're going to have I thought that was going to go up higher than it did. Oops. So I'm not insulting her. We all just like different things. Everybody likes a different kind of thing. Okay, now where did okay. Now I have like 59 tiny pieces of stuff floating around. Let's get this piece of car up in here. That is kind of a big. Do we have a smaller? We have something a little bit smaller. Okay, those are kind of useless pieces. There, we can fit that right in there. That's a nice continuation of the line, I think. Okay, so. Oh, that was interesting. A glue bubble just flew right off the glue. And then let's see, where else do we need to? Let's get along the top of that. And the bottom here. And then it ends right there. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God. I'll eat the green apples. They're okay. They're not my favorite. Sometimes they're so tart they burn your tongue. But I'll eat some of them so we can make them go away without having them go bad. I used to really love them when I was little, but I got one that was really, really, really tart. And it burned the heck out of the inside of my mouth. And after that, I've been a little bit... I just have to eat them in smaller amounts. Fuji apples are my favorite. I love Fuji apples. That's my current favorite. Okay, so what do we want to do? So let's turn this over so we have white on this side. And the purple is facing backwards. Except we have to do it up here. Because we need a flat bottom down there. So let's just do it just like that. Because we don't want all the interest on this side. It's still going to be a page somewhere at some point. Honeycrisp are great, but they are so expensive. Yeah, green apple's best. Because they stay firm for apple pie. But you can add sugar to cut down some of that tartness. Oh, and they're stupid green apples with 2 O's. That's pretty stupid. Ooh, Pennsylvania, you live in good. That's awesome. It's nice up there. We are living in lost wages. I miss the East Coast, but you know what I don't miss? Freaking snow. Let's see, what do we got? We got a magazine with pizza slices. We were just talking about pizza. I don't know what magazine this is from, but we got a pizza ad. So let's try and, first of all, clean up some of this glue off here. Okay. So let's rip the sides off. We never need the sides. Okay. That was a terrible rip. Okay, so we're going to put some here. So I think we're going to get a little overlap right here. I think maybe we'll, for this moment, let's fill up this smaller spot to right there. And then we'll put some more on so that we get, we don't have too much overlap. In 1960, you know. Macintosh, you like those? I am a super big fan of Fuji. That's my favorite. You learned that from Minnesota Mom on TikTok. I still have got to get on TikTok. I've been so bad about it. Let's find us another little piece of. So now we need. So we need a straight line. Let me cut. The piece I want is here. So let me cut a straight line. So we got a straight line for the bottom. And then we'll tear the other edges. And this area up here. We don't actually need that much for this part, so I think right about there. I think that will do us nicely. We'll get a little pizza on here. There we go. I have very gluey hands. She's on Instagram and Facebook too. Pizza. She said, oh, for cute. Is that a Minnesota thing? I'll have to look her up. Let me write that down. You know, I won't remember diddly squat after. I'll write it on my little pad over here. Minnesota Mom. And I'm going to write on TikTok so that I'm forced to go over to TikTok and finally sign up for an account. Just saying. Okay, so we need a little glue stick intervention right here in this corner. There we go. All right. Now we've got the rest of this pizza stuff going over here. So I think we want to go this way because so we'll put the big with the slice and the thing that way. So I think we'll just leave that kind of, we don't need quite that much overlap though. So we'll, that should do it good right there. Yes, I'm going to have to be. We discussed this. I don't know if you and I discussed it, but I discussed it with the ladies a while back. And I love the ladies, but if I ever want to be able to afford an apartment of my own, I need a bigger customer base, to be perfectly crass. Because I do eventually want an apartment of my own. I love you guys. I love you guys to death. That's not a commentary on whether or not I like living with Mike and Els. By any stretch of the imagination. It's just, You know, we're different people. We like different things. We have different goals in life. And I've reached the maximum for the growth of my business for the amount of paper I can dye and in any given month. There is no more space to be had. So finger puppet shows are fine in the car, but I can't dance in the car. I'm not going to dance on TikTok. I'm going to show off my paper and do shorts of stuff in the garage, and I have no intention of doing any kind of dance. Too much of me jiggles for that. That cannot happen. Ever. Okay, now we got pizza everywhere. Let's find something different than pizza. Let's also get rid of some of these small pieces. That's going to sound like we're having a earthquake if I start dancing. Okay, I like this. This is part of the car magazine, but it's like night sky. And we don't need any edges. So let's see about fitting that in that space. Like that. We don't want to have too much. Yeah, let's do that. I should just tear a bunch of this down to make this go quicker. But then you don't get the joy of deciding, hey, I'd really like, night sky to go here. Or so let's see what that looks like on the other side. Yeah, that looks nice. We're doing all right. It gets a little psycho in some places, but we are doing all right. And I wanted to do this for a while tonight because I haven't done it in 3 weeks. So I have all these papers piling up. Wow, look at that. Hey, Chris, how you doing? This is a giant collage roll. I saw Bonnie over at Bonnie and Clive did one out of junk mail, and it was 12 meters long. 12 meters? No, it was something meters long, and it wound up being 12 yards. 12. Anyway, it was really long. And then she cut it down into pages for glue books. But she did hers, a lot of her junk journaling. Her journaling is truly junk journaling. She uses, so yeah, I think I've totally flipped the orientation on this. That's okay. When we get to this part, we'll just flip it over and continue on. We've got, there's a loose bit right there. So I'm using, like, I'll have to iron some of it out too. So I started mine directly after her video. I think in November, is that when we started this? I was very inspired, but obviously I don't have access to the junk mail. Most of the time, Elle throws it away before I ever see it. And by throw it away, I mean she puts it back in the outgoing mailbox, which has led to a feud with our freaking mailman. Now he doesn't pick up our packages, and he takes our packages out of the box and puts them back in our mailbox. So that's not so much fun. But so now we have to take packages to the post office most of the time. But you could do it different sizes. I think Sabrina, no, who was it? Sabrina. No, Malia. At lovely Malia. She's doing one backed on wrapping paper. Like she took a gift wrap roll and she like cut off maybe that much off the bottom. She unrolled it, obviously to make it. Well, no, maybe she didn't. But anyway, she's backing hers with that gift wrap. And so she's making one that's maybe that tall-ish, maybe a little bit taller. And she's calling it a snippet roll, a collage snippet roll, something like that. So if you actually do junk journals, and she used homework pages from her kids, and I don't have stuff like that because my children are adults and they live far away. Um, so she used like all the papers they bring home and some of their artwork and stuff like that, and junk mail from but she used only like paperweight stuff. She didn't use any of the really thick stuff. Um, and so she kept it about the size of a regular. This is slightly bigger than a regular, just a smidge bigger than a regular piece of paper. Um, and so but I don't have, so I take junk mail when I can get it. I've got book pages and magazine pages that, the pages that I don't save all of them, obviously, because I would have so many, but I take a few from every magazine, and I throw them in the bin. I recycle what I can get my hands on. Obviously, all of my magazine leftovers after I've gone through them twice, they go out in the recycle bin. Uh, I don't know what made Elle start putting the. I think it was all the political ads, but it did not make a favorable impression on our mailman. That's all I'm saying. He was not very happy with us. So I just take a few pages off of everything. I've got some book pages that I use for glue booking. Here is like a really dark, and then it got some paint on it somehow. This is a piece of the it's the burgundy paper, so let's use some of that. So pieces of my paper that get damaged somehow will sometimes wind up in here. So I'm just going to do it for a year and see how big it gets, and then I'll tear it apart, and I will cut it up and use it in glue books, And we'll have them in next year's glue books. Because I started it in November, so we'll probably go through the end of 2024, unless it's just getting ridiculous, which it could, because I have a lot of. I don't normally devote a whole session. When we started, I said I would do on Sundays at the start of the stream, we do like 15, 20 minutes, which is a good amount of time, but I haven't worked. I got sick at the beginning of December. I think that first weekend-ish. If not the first weekend, then the second weekend, however it fell. And so I haven't worked on this in 3 weeks. That's why we're devoting a whole session to it. No, I would not waste. I love Meg Plant. I could never put it in here unless it was a damaged piece. This is just a dark burgundy, but it had a paint splatter on it from something. I obviously, maybe when I did the that first round of jelly plating, I think I had some paper off to the side. That's going to go in Scraps of Joy. So I have two kind of scrappy things I'm doing. I'm doing Scraps of Joy. I do now. I feel a lot better. It was a chest cold, and we all got it. Everybody got it. Els, Mike, me, Sandy. And it was terrible. I got to tell you, but it was relatively short lived as far as but we were sick for about a week solid, a little bit longer. And then we had the cough for a little while longer after that, which is fun because we're all old and we've had kids and we kind of pee when we sneeze or cough. So that had its own special issues. Not Mike. Mike didn't give birth to any. I mean, he did help deliver babies, but he did not personally have a baby. So he has other issues. But we were all not too happy about that. So this is from the serial killer book. Let's take some of that for down here. But I am, except for being having, what do I have? I keep forgetting the word for it. What's the word, Els? What word am I looking for? I'm not tired. Oh, maybe she went away. She might have gone outside to smoke. It happens. I didn't quite get that, so we'll put a little strip over that. But we're going to put it on there anyway. Oh, what is it? Yes, fatigue. That's the word. Thank you, Carla. I get fatigued really easily, and I've been having trouble. Since I had COVID a while back, I have a lot of trouble breathing. I have always had low-key asthma, like since I was in my 20s. So, I think I just want that little bit right there. I just want to cover up those holes. But when I got the COVID, it became a bigger issue, and it never really went away. And then the chest cold was like, I actually thought about going to the emergency room, but I didn't. Fatigue. But anybody's welcome to start this. I'm trying to think. She did her video not that long ago. And I highly recommend. It's Bonnie and Clyde. Let me see if I can pull her up real quick. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm still in the middle of watching that. I'm watching Devin Rex doing magazine transfers because for my next jelly plating session, whenever that winds up being, I want to try a magazine transfer. I'm feeling a little chicken about it, honestly. And let's see. I got one of these left over from the. There was just a loose one that was running about rampant and stuff. We don't need any edges, so. I always do that. So maybe we'll put this one over there. I just need there to not be straight edges. Okay, let me see. Bonnie and Clyde. B-O-N. I think it's Bonnie, B-O-N-N. Clyde. No, don't change it to Bonnie and Clyde. I really meant Clyde. Okay, well, that's working on doing its thing. Let's finish taking off the edges over here. A little tiny bit off the top. And a little bit off the bottom. And see, now that's better. Now we can tear part of that off. Which one do we want to take off? Probably the bottom. So, right about just a tiny little bit because it gets lower over here. Okay. Bonnie and Clyde. Here we go. I got her. And I might even be able to find the video because it wasn't that. I don't know how prolific she is. I haven't been getting notifications even though I'm subscribed. Her last video was 13 days ago. Let's see. 11 meters, so 12 yards. That's what she did. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to show you. I'll post the link for both videos. She did, Control C. So this is her cutting up her original snippet roll. Hi, Patty Ann. So, Bonnie and Clive. Not Clive. Collage roll. This is her showing her roll and cutting it up. And then she got a bunch of requests after that for how she did it. So she did a how-to, just what I based mine off of. So Bonnie and Clive, how to collage roll. That's the second video where she demonstrated how you put it together. So obviously you could We discussed here backing it on painter's masking paper, but I really like the idea of having which would make it go faster for sure. Um, and you can decide how much overlap you want on the pieces, how thick you want the pages to be. She kept hers fairly thin, and she only used like page weight paper, simply because she wanted to fold them up and make them junk journal pages when she was done with it. And she said she would, at the end of every day, would take her scraps and her junk mail that were appropriate, and she would just at the end of every day add it onto her snippet roll. So she maybe not necessarily showed it to people on an ongoing basis, but I fell in love with the idea. And if you're interested in seeing how she did it and all, and her recommendations and stuff, those 2 videos will get you where you want to go. She's a lovely lady, by the way. She even came into my first video and said hello and checked out what I was doing. It was very nice. It's very sweet of her. She definitely didn't have to do that. But she's a huge channel. Hello.
I give you contribution.
What? Stupid penguins. I love it. I'm so predictable. So we're just going to put this longer. I know it's not terribly interesting, but the whole point is to use stuff that, I can't keep everything, because who could? That's just unrealistic. But if I throw in a few sheets out of every magazine I do, you get a flavor for what we'll have done for the year. All the Halloween and Christmas book pages that are left over from the... How far down are we going? Oh, pretty far down. Okay. Right about there. It'll be like a time capsule of the year, And I do creepy stuff all year, so having creepy Halloween-y kind of stuff, it's going to pop up all throughout the year in mine. But if you do shabby chic, then shabby chic's going to appear all year in yours. If you're a true junk journaler, then lots of junk's going to appear in yours. If you do florals, lots of florals would appear in yours. Stupid penguins is the way to... Yeah, kind of. That's kind of true. So it's the bottom of a note page, so I'm going to obviously tear off the sides. Now I got to fill this gap first. So let me, let's go back to a little bit. No, well, we'll cut a straight edge onto it. We'll just make a straight edge. But if it interests you at all, I would love to see what you do with it, But I figure that way it'll be a whole snapshot of 2023. We'll we will oh, where was I going with that thought? We'll unroll it at the end of the year, at the end of 2023, or in January 2024, and we'll cut it up and we'll see what happens. So now, you know what? I'm going to tear the bottom edge of this. And I'm just going to put it right here. And just a little stupid. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's put the little stupid penguins facing us. The way this is going here. Isn't that fun? I love I got a thing for penguins and snowmen. I love snowmen too. Oh, so my damn. And the kind of goofier they are, the better. I don't mean stupid, I just mean they're kind of funny looking, Sexy penguins. Oh, has penguins. I thought you said sexy penguins. I got excited. I'm like, how are penguins sexy? I got to see that. It's got to be out there somewhere, right? Okay. What do we want now? What do we got here? Oh, we got this this is from one of those macro photography pages. So we got images on both sides. This is the wrong orientation for the back side, but I don't care. So we're going to tear off this side. Maybe. It doesn't like it. Okay. And then that's going to be the top. But we'll go this side over here. And then we just need down to the penguins. So right about there. Ta-da! And that's some interesting looking kind of texture going on there. How you doing tonight, Miss Patty Ann? Hope you're having a lovely evening. Oh, I got glue on my towel. Oh, no. Ginger, stop trying to push my door open. I hear you out there. I do not have food. There's no food in here. Ginger's having some kind of holiday withdrawal. She's following everybody around. Is there food? Do you have food? Is there food? Can I have some food? Can I have some of your food? And y'all have made me hungry now, so I gotta eat after this. Oh no, well, that's not cool. I hope you're on the road to recovery. Yeah, so my thought was it'll be a fun time capsule. We'll use it in glue books. So most of it will get covered up anyway. And what we like, we'll leave, we can trim it however we like at the end. That's for sure. Do you want to, we got Pumpkin Town. Pumpkin Town. Okay, we'll save that for up here, I think. So let's hold on to that for a second. Let's do some more of this over here. We've got it torn. And I don't want to cover up the penguins, so. So we're going to have to cut a straight line across the bottom. Let's just make a straight line right there. Okay, but we want to, so we'll have to fill right there, which is okay. How much space do we need? Probably just below bibliography. So we need a little fill right there. Let's see, what do we got? We had a little fragment of the, hold on. I remember having a little piece of, here, let's use some orange. Let's use an orange. That'll be fun. And we'll do it this way because we won't know the difference. So let's just put that even a little bit more. That should work. Nope. That won't work. Well, that's just annoying now. Okay. We'll cut a straight line onto it. I'm going to make this work. I tore off just a smidge too much. Isn't that always the way with me? Okay, let's tear these words off here so we can't tell that it's incorrectly oriented. Doesn't matter with oranges. Oranges are round. Okay, so let's try right there. I just don't want to cover up too much of the penguin. Maybe, is this dry yet? Oh, that's a solution right there. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do that. I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing actually. There we go. Now we've fixed that problem. Now we've got a whole other problem. Oh, we weren't going to go this far. We were going to do that. Let's see. Okay. Does it come? Oh, no. Oh, my God, Patty Ann. Oh, my God. 7 months pregnant. Well, you are certainly in our thoughts, Patty Ann. Oh, my gosh. Well, hopefully we can distract you. We can't fix that problem. There's no way for us to make that better, but we can hopefully at least distract you a little bit. My heart goes out to you, hon. I cannot even imagine what you are going through. Just know that we love and are thinking of you and keeping you positive energy going your way. Oh my gosh. That's just terrible. Yes, keep her as calm as you. I know it's not, this is definitely far from ideal, but protect that baby and that mama. All right, so let's do this pinky page. Susan's probably fallen asleep now, so hopefully the pink isn't offending her. Okay, so we gotta keep a little bit at the top there. Okay, so we don't need... I think we'll keep it kind of... Well, that's where it goes, so that's where it goes. Okay. And we don't need quite that much. We'll have that strip for fixing other problems later. All right. So we'll have quite a bit of... Whoa. We'll have quite a bit of overlap down here at the bottom. I think it goes out about that far. And then we just got a little bit of overlap right here. And I will go in and add some more glue here where there's none. It's got a little poochy tummy thing going on. Just like me. I'm with Janice. Prayers for you and yours. Oh my goodness. And so close to the holidays. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, now I'm stuck to my napkin. There, I've glued myself to something. It's official for tonight, you guys. I have glued myself to something. So there is that. I would hate to think we got a day, where we didn't get to see me glue myself to something. Okay, now I really want to put this pumpkin town over here, so... Let me move this glue out of the way briefly. And I have glue dribbling. That's not cool. We don't want dribbling glue. Okay. But actually, Pumpkin Town, or Nothing is Better or Worse Than Pumpkins. That's all the pages with the pumpkins and the farmer-looking people. That's the book it came out of. I'm going to do that. And then we need to take off this side. I lost the exclamation point. Oops. It's not the end of the world. It is. We're going to make it for a whole year. It'll be outrageous by the time we're done. I need that pair of... Stop leaking. The glue is having a glue booger moment. Oh, glue boogers. Okay. What do I do with that pair of scissors? it down here? Yep, there it is. I made this one a little crooked, so it's kind of leaning up towards the, there we go. I haven't worked on it in 3 weeks, so I'm kind of trying to put in 3 weeks worth of, images and stuff. I think that's good. I love that we get the whole pumpkin town. And on the other side is that. So let's put that on there. But we got to wait a whole year, man. I can roll out some of it when we're done here. You guys can see what's already gone on it. All right. No. I'm having a whole glue burger moment inside the cap. Pull some of that out of there. It's like a snotty child. It's just over there being like, I got glue everywhere. So we want that to, we're going to start pointing it down a little bit because it's starting to get a little higgity piggity. I'll have to wait till it dries to trim that. Okay. But let's also get let's get our glue stick and fill that. We can't have loose edges. That would be bad. Yeah, I believe, and I don't know if I'm correct, that Bonnie over at Bonnie and Clive, and there are links if you scroll up a little bit. I linked to her channel the videos where she showed her snippet roll or her collage roll. I believe she called it a collage roll. But yes, it's kind of the same idea as a snippet with fabric. Now Malia over at Lovely Malia is making a smaller version, and I believe she is calling hers a snippet roll, but she's backing hers on some wrapping paper to make it a little easier. I am just creating a large roll of paper that I'm going to cut apart later. Bonnie cut hers to 8.5 by 11 size and tried not to cut on any of the seams. So, and then she was going to fold them because she makes it, I think, a traditional book. Most of people do like at 8.5 or 9 by a 6. I make bigger books than that, so I will probably cut mine twice as big as a regular sheet of paper. So I can just fold it in half, like that. But the idea is just to piece together scraps and bits and bobs. Yes. And and I keep looking on it as like, and I know I keep beating this horse to death, but as a time capsule for the whole year, we'll get a little bit of everything we work on and all the things we've used. And what do we have going on way down here? Oh, that doesn't go there. That's not supposed to. Oh, here's a little piece of purpley paper. So let's go ahead and add that on there. That's already the right size. Thank you. But it was definitely not my idea. I totally fell in love with the idea when I saw Bonnie and Clive's video. I was super stoked about it. I'm like, I'm going to do it. And so I did. We'll see. Like, I already didn't do it for 3 weeks, so we're just kind of compressing those 3 weeks into a larger session. But there'll be times in the year when we don't glue anything, probably. I'm trying to do it, and I have been really sucky at getting on Sundays. And this Sunday's looking to be the same way. There's already a big... Els has a New Year's live stream that she's going to do. There's already a very large all-day that starts like on New Year's Day at like 5 in the morning and goes until midnight, or goes until 7 p.m. on New Year's Day. And it's got lots of big YouTubers and, people who are well known in the community participating in it. So normally I would go on Sunday around 4, but I think I'm going to have to skip again. Oh, look at that. That's cute with the little water. We got to get that on there somewhere. Okay, so let's put that over there, and let's get the last piece for over here. I think we're going to take this pink, but I'm going to put the pink towards the back. Oh, I made a mistake. I need to cut a flat edge. It's got to have a flat edge to be at the bottom. And yes, I could just do it all uneven and trim it at the end, but I don't want it to get out of control and be like crazy, wavy. I want it to be as close as possible to, the correct size. Okay, so we're going to put the pink side down, and we got to tear off the edges, or at least that edge. And then I think we can still tear some of this off. That's a lot of... Okay. So let's just... There, they'll have a little line that I can... And we can always pull it up a little bit and add some more glue if we need to. And we have our trusty paper towel for those moments when we have, too much. But I think we need just a little bit more, I think, maybe glue stick. Let's glue stick. So I'm hoping over the course of the year we'll see some other people doing this. I would love to see what other people use, because your snippet collage thing will reflect what you use the most, It's a thing. Okay, now I think I want to work this right into the... So let's tear that off there. Woo. Okay. And I think some overlap is okay. We can always tear this part off and just add that kind of right there. I love that with the little house carved into it. That's so cute. And we'll just back that up just a little bit. Okay, we don't want too much. What the? There it is. Okay. So we're just trying to save some fun bits, and it's a thing I can sit down and do, and it's fairly mindless, other than trying not to put things in upside down, which I have done. And we'll see when I roll it out at the end for you guys to have a perusal. So in the summer, we'll have summery things, and in the fall, we'll have fall-y things. And right now, we have a mixture of Christmas and fall. Okay. Hey, Robin, how you doing? You're a sucker for a nice jelly print. Those are my uglier ones. Or what I think are uglier. Long time no see. Hope you're doing good, Robin. Let me see how long we've been on. How long are we going to make this last tonight? Well, 1 hour and 43. Well, I'll be darned. So we'll round it out to a nice 2 hours. If you guys are tired, I understand. You guys, but it's just another 15 minutes, and then I'll sign off. Okay, so let's see. let's maybe top that with something a little more boring. So let's see, where do we need that to? Oh, we'll just tear off the very, very bottom of that carefully-ish. We need the top to stay like that. And then we'll let that go a little bit farther that way. I think that'll be nice. You're working on some glue books and journals? Awesome. I've enjoyed every now and then on some of the jelly printing lives. And I've only done 2. I am brand new to jelly printing, so I did the first time I did it, I actually felt pretty good about it. The second time, not quite as much. I was having a hard time getting a feel for on the larger jelly. The first time I did it on a 5x7, and the second time I did it on an 8x10, and I was having a harder time getting a feel for how much paint goes on it. And I think I have to be braver and put more stencils, and I need to zhuzh it up a bit. Maybe layering more prints, layering a print a couple of times. Okay. I'm not sure why that's in there. Let's move that up a bit. Threw something on the ground. Okay. I've got a piece of dot matrix paper. And where do we need that? Where do we need that at? Right about there. Maybe a little bit less. And it had sparkle on it. Okay, but we do not need a straight edge on the other side. Oh, yeah, I think I sent you some. Oh, on Friday? We just did it on Friday just passed. Well, not just passed. Now it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday again. We're not going to do jelly plating tomorrow. I think we're going to work on serial killer journals. I think we're going to, well, not everybody has to, but I welcome you to break out your serial killer journal tomorrow. If you signed up, to get one, or you're making your own, however you do it. I'm going to attempt my first couple of pages, or at least get a little bit of a start and an idea of what I want to do. I had some ideas a few weeks back, but they're a little vague now. So we'll see what happens when I pull out the stuff. But now that they're done and everybody, I think, has got theirs, that ordered one, I'm excited to get started on it. So, and I would have done jelly plating on Sunday, but that's New Year's Day, so we will have to push it back a little bit. We're going to have a busy New Year. That's all I can say. Yeah, a lot of that's it'll either go into glue books or it'll go into collages and stuff like this, where it's fun to add the color. Okay, so all right, we'll put on one more piece, I think. No, maybe we should call it here and we'll do the unveiling sort of thing. Let me pile up all this stuff out of the way here. Oh, I glued some paper to my towel. That's awesome. Well, might be time to buy a new towel for the ironing board. Okay, so let me pull the clip off and I'll roll it to the end here and we'll have a look at what it looks like all rolled up. Some glue's not dry yet, so this is what it looks like, and you can see that's where the roll is, and it's kind of creeping up. So now I need to kind of get it to creep down some. And that's okay, because I knew I was going to have to trim some. I just don't want it to be like this far above the roll, you know. Then you're talking about I won't even be able to get it on the cutter. So we'll look at one side, and then when we roll it up, we'll look at the other side. Yeah, you can just cut and glue and tear and glue. Yeah, because it's mixed media, you know. It gives a bit of pop and interest. I really like them torn up, even the ones that I didn't like so much. So I'll tell you when we started, because I've done quite a bit tonight. I do need to move this though. Hold on, because I'm going to wind it with paper all over the floor. Okay. So we'll just keep unrolling. So far, all this is tonight. And we're going to have some things upside down. It happened. We're just going to go with it. Some stuff happened. Get down there off the end of the ironing board. There we go. See, we got some stuff upside down. And that is okie dokie. Here we go. Here's a chance to fix some of our loose edges. But if you want a longer roll, like if you're trying to make it taller, you could take a wrapping paper roll. I started with the paper towel roll. See, I'll have to, this is it laid funky. So, but I think I can iron that out later. So we started with this. This is the edge we started with right here. We started with this psycho paper. So now we're getting back to the other 3 weeks. Get some matte pieces. I like that, where we got we're getting close to the end. I love these. I need to put something on here to on the other side. This is very thin, but I love the cows. And this piece was a little thicker, and it's rolling because of the roll. Eventually, it'll all straighten out, though. And here we are. We're almost to the end. That's the end right there. I just glued a piece of paper around the end, and then I started on the edge of that paper. And I'll probably cut it right here to start over again. I won't cut this whole piece off, because I plan on it just making it a continuing, ongoing thing. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over, and we'll just roll it back up so you can see the other side. Maybe I'm going to do that. All right, so there's where it started at the beginning. So at some point we did get totally opposite, but that just means when we reach that point in the glue book, you know, we'll have a couple of things upside down, but we'll just switch the paper around and nobody will know any different. I think the best way might be, let me see if I can get this to come around this way. Might be easier to, I don't know. I don't think there's any easy way to do this. I'm having a moment with my own snippet roll. Get off the end of the ironing board. That's your problem. You're stuck on the ironing board. Come on. There's one stubborn piece that won't come off the end of the. Oh my god. Oh, it's twisted. Okay, hold on. It's twisted down there at the end. So it's quite long already. Flip over, darn you. No. There we go. Sorry. Get a little book plate right here. This was already torn. It just needs to be repaired. I'm going to have to come back in on some of these big white pages and spray some sprays and there's the title page from our Evil Serial Killers book. Now that I did rip a little bit, trying to get the collage roll to straighten out. But we'll fix it. We might add a little bit of washi or a cute little piece of a picture there. We're almost to the end. Stop it. But you could probably see as I went back through it where it kind of went wrong and got upside down. That's okay. These things happen. The end. Now we're at the end. But yeah, some of the jelly plating stuff. So that means I'll probably start double-siding some of my jelly prints. But it gives me a chance to go in and add ink and spray some sprays on it. I'm sorry to hear that, Angie. Blessings to you and yours. You did get a holiday. Hopefully you got a last holiday with him, though. You and Patty Ann both having a bit of a hard time. Okay, so I think there was something I wanted to show you. I still haven't found my X-Acto knife or my cutting blade. I'm a little miffed. I think it may have fallen into the void, so I may have to get down there on the floor and crawl around and find it. I'm also gonna I've got some painter's masking paper that I stenciled on, so we're probably gonna add a little bit of that to this. And I've got some other stuff. I think maybe I do want to add that on there just for fun, because that was from our first jelly plating special session. That's when we were trying to do the creepy scratch across the red paint. So I think I'm going to put that back in the bucket to work with next time. We'll get that in there. Thanks. I know it's not. It was 2 days before his birthday. Oh, well, happy belated birthday to you. And I am sorry for your loss. That's always hard when you're, especially if you're close with your family. You get hugs and blessings from all of us, and we'll sending healing energy your way. Loss is always hard, always. It's a fun thing to do. We won't necessarily spend 2 hours doing it every time. More like 15 or 20 minutes. We put in a little bit here, a little bit there. If I have a bunch of scraps one day, like sometimes when I'm harvesting, there are bits and pieces that are interesting that I don't necessarily want to keep for my collages, but that would be great on the snippet roll. So I'll pull some of those from now on. So sometimes maybe at the end of a harvest session, we might glue a few pieces in here as well. Okay, Angie. Our thoughts are with you, and I hope that you guys had a happy holiday before this happened. That you got to spend some time with him this past Christmas and all of that. So, love and hugs to you, hon. We're still gonna steal your cheesecake though, because that's how we are. So you'll see it coming up in more sessions. And mostly we'll be doing it. I chose Wednesdays and Saturdays because Wednesdays are usually the day. Usually a magazine harvest on Tuesdays. Sometimes I do it on Wednesdays. But collage roll days will be 15 or 20 minutes. Wednesdays will probably be a video of me doing it. And then Sundays will be will be part of the live stream in the new year. We're doing a little revamping of how we're doing things, so hopefully. But it has been an awesome couple of hours with you guys. I know you guys on the East Coast, it's super late for you. It's 10:10 here. So that's 10, 11, 12. That's 1 o'clock on the East Coast, you guys. I don't know how many people from the East Coast are in here at the moment, but oh my goodness. So tomorrow is Friday. We're going to work on those serial killer books. So if you are, oh my gosh, Patty Ann, it's super late for you. I know it's hard to go to sleep though with everything that's going on. I'm glad we could keep you company for a little while. And we'll be on tomorrow night again. And there's a whole weekend full of stuff. If you need to be distracted, there's going to be lots of New Year's Day and New Year's Eve streams. And we'll keep you and your family in our thoughts, going forward. Keep us posted if you can. If you've got the time, don't stress out about it. You take care of you and your family and got to do what's right for you. Good night, Amber. Thanks so much for coming and visiting with us and checking out my snippet roll and all that. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope I'll see you another time soon. I'll be on live tomorrow about 5:15 for working on the serial killer journal and whatever else we get up to. I'm not going live this weekend because so many other people are, but I will be live again on Tuesday coming up. So tomorrow and Tuesday. I hope to see you all there. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. You bring so much joy into my life every week, and I hope I can give just a little bit back to you guys when I go live. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Bye, 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 bye. And yes, thumbs up are always appreciated. You guys have a lovely, lovely holiday weekend. And I will see you all soon. Oh man, I just did something evil. Hold on. Okay, now it's the end. Good night, Patty Ann and Carla and Robin and Amber and everybody else. And Angie already left us. So the end.